Alright, Shalom, Shalom. Kal Halal, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Recha Kodash. Double honor to the elder apostles of the Great Millstone GMS, who rule well, who teach well, and salutations to the elect. Abba Ratazar, which means Father willing. So Father willing, this lesson is edifying. So yeah, I'm going into this, man. This is just some X or Twitter, formerly known as. Alright, click the link. We'll go to bbc.com news. Alright. And I'll link the article in the description box underneath. Okay. So you can see the article right here, man. Alright, and obviously everyone, in the UK, and even people abroad, they're aware of BBC News. Alright? It's the major news outlet over here anyway. Okay. So this was dated 4th of September 2025, so it's recent. Alright. And you can see the headline, Anger at Plymouth Argyle Grounds Cashless Policy. Alright, so this individual attended a football match, in Plymouth, or a soccer game as you would say in America, Babylon. Alright, but this man had no cash on him. And, he couldn't buy anything. Alright, it's not like he didn't have any money on him at all. He actually had physical cash. But it goes to show what time we're in. And it's evident that we're in the end of the end times. Okay, and this is what we've been trying to say to you. This is what we're telling you. Okay. So, David Evans says he's worried that, open quote, cash is dying out, end quote, and believes, open quote, people should have a choice, end quote. Alright, a football fan from Devon feels, open quote, discriminated against, end quote, by his club after he was unable to buy food and drink with cash. Alright, David Evans, 81. See? 81, they don't care about age. Alright. You think, they'd have some compassion or be like, oh, it's alright, so we'll, make a way around it, no? You see? So they don't care outright. Alright? So David Evans, 81, supports Plymouth Argyle, was at the season's opening game at Home Park on the 2nd of August when he tried to buy a cup of tea and a pasty but was told he could not pay with cash. Alright? So he told him he couldn't pay with cash, and obviously with him up in age, in his time, even when he was younger and whatnot, of course, the older generation, they always paid and done things the old-fashioned way, the traditional way, the old school way, and paid with cash. Alright? But guess what? He said the tea was poured away in front of him. You see? So that's the spirit they're coming in, man. They just poured the thing out in front of him like that. Like, no compassion whatsoever. Okay? So they weren't having it whatsoever. And the man actually had cash on him. It's not like they were lying or anything like that. But they weren't having it whatsoever, man. Okay? So Revelation 13 verse 16 goes into, he causeth all both small and great, rich and poor to receive a mark. And that's the charagma. Some say charagma, right? And if you refuse it, they refuse you service. Alright? And they can do it in a bad way like that and just, just pour out the thing in front of you or just throw it back in your face or whatever. You see? Yeah? Refuse service, in this case, refuse you, food and drink. And you cannot buy and sell, man. And that mark is a physical mark. Okay? So he came with coins and notes and things like that, his cash. And just outright denied him. Mr. Evans said he did not want to take his bank card to games in case it was lost or stolen. Yeah, you see. Adding many his age felt similarly, and open quote, people should have a choice, end quote, yeah. That's the thing, they come with them draconian laws, man. Alright? These upper elites, the international banking families, alright? Your Rothschilds, the usual suspects, the Oppenheimers, the Gettys, DuPonts. You see? Alright, they want their New World Order agenda. You see? So there's going to be two things. Either you get down with their plan, or you get out. Get down with their plan. Alright? Alright, and take the C-hip, which is what all roads lead to. Or, you can't buy and sell. Alright? You can't pay for things at supermarkets. You can't travel, get on public transport. Alright? Unless you have that C-hip. You see? 81 years of age, man. So yeah, they don't care how old you are. Okay. So yeah, man, as we speak, cash is being done away with. That's what we're dealing with. Meanwhile, you got Generation Z or Gen Z behaving like maniacs, man. And things are just deteriorating, right in front of you. Everything around us it's failing. Plymouth Argyle Football Club did not comment directly on the situation, but said the ground had been cashless for 2 years, and Mr. Evans should contact them directly to address concerns. Maybe he wasn't aware of that, let's see. Mr. Evans from Plymouth said he did not see any open quote card only end quote signs in the ground while trying to make his purchases at halftime. So he never saw it. See? He said, I think it's ludicrous. People should be given a choice. He said he thought Argyle should have a separate kiosk at the ground where cash would be accepted. And even in other places, in the UK and even, Europe and other parts of the world, they'll do both. If you used to go abroad, travel, you may primarily pay with your card, but, you might have some smaller shops, like maybe souvenir shops and little cafes and things like that, that'll still want cash only. All right. So, when you go traveling or something like that, they may advise you to take some cash with you at least. All right. Because some people just prefer that. Okay. But this individual never knew. He said, I can't understand for the life of me find why they need to be so strict on not accepting cash. It's legal tender. You see? Martin Quinn from Campaign for Cash said it was disgraceful that an 81-year-old man supporting his local club could not buy a cup of tea or anything to eat. Something as small as that, yeah? He added it's pure out and out discrimination against a loyal supporter, his own team, yeah? So they don't care about if you're, a loyal customer, a loyal supporter, whatever. You see? That's thrown out the window now. They couldn't care less. Right? They want you to use card. That's what you have to use. As soon as anybody see it. It doesn't matter how close you were to it doesn't matter how close you are to a company or to a football team or to whatever. Alright? If you don't have that C-hib, you ain't getting your service. Plymouth Argyle said on its website that the club had been cashless in food kiosks since 2023, but cash was accepted in all other parts of the ground. You see? It said there are a number of benefits of the cashless policy, including increased speed of service, shorter queuing times, improved hygiene, less cash handling, and a cost and time-saving impact. Yeah, that's what they push. It's more efficient. Just tap your contactless card or whatever, or just enter your PIN, and then transactions complete. Right? Obviously, it cuts queuing times and stuff like that. Fiddling to give you the right change back and all that. Right? Quicker service, yeah. That's what they push. Alright? But we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. Whatsoever. You see? So everything around us is changing. The old school way of doing things is coming to a screeching halt. Alright? We're not ignorant of any matter, small or great. You see? And they've got Agenda 2030, which, they want to have it, done by then. Or at least have their agenda in by then, fully active. Or at least before that, ideally. Okay? So they're making moves now. Alright? By 2030, they want their new World Order agenda, NWO agenda in. Right? Before that, of course. Right? But they set 2030 as the target. And they're prepared to unalive people to usher in this agenda, which they'll be doing that anyway. Okay? Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, and he causeth Thor, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a trachma in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. You see? So this micro chip implant will be needed to make transactions. Right? It cannot operate in society without it. Okay? And there's so much going on. Earthquakes and that. And not everything hits the news, by the way. Okay? We're here to teach you, not the other way around. So I'm going to keep this one short. I'm going to say, Kal Halal Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham, Recha Kodash. With that, Shalom to the elect. Lord willing, catch you in the next show.